Hi everybody, this is Sean Deuby with Windows IT Pro and with my colleague Mike Otey, also from Windows IT Pro, and we are talking about HP Microsoft Private Cloud Solutions today. And today we're going to focus on the HP Departmental Private Cloud Reference Architecture. The reference architecture, it combines HP Converged Infrastructure and Microsoft Windows Server 2012 and Microsoft System Center to define a simple two-node private cloud for mid-sized businesses or branch office environments. So Mike, what kind of a configuration or what kind of a business do you see using something like this as a way to get into private cloud?
Well, Sean, I think that when you're getting into the referenced architectures, you're definitely targeting the mid to high-level businesses. So we're looking at the mid-range of the market. And the key point behind having a referenced architecture is the fact that you're taking advantage of the expertise that HP and Microsoft can bring to these solutions. They have a lot of expertise in working together, and they each know their own solution packs that they're providing. So HP knows their hardware systems very well, Microsoft knows their software systems very well, and they come together and create a referenced architecture which is essentially a blueprint for how you can put together systems that will handle a given workload. And the HP Departmental Cloud Reference Architecture is geared for those mid-sized businesses that want to implement a private cloud, but they don't really have the internal expertise in how they might best put this together. So this eliminates all the guesswork of going into it. You take advantage and you leverage the expertise that these two companies bring to it. And this is essentially bringing you a two-node cluster with HP DL ProLiant servers running Windows Server 2012, managed with System Center. And what you're getting with the referenced architecture, you're getting the compute with the HP DL ProLiant. You're also getting HP networking and storage solutions in this bundle as well. So you're getting multiple switches that go into this, and they're defined for high availability to support the two-node failover cluster, and you're also getting on the back-end storage arrays. This is one of the things that's differentiating this from the smart bundles that we looked at before. The smart bundles used direct attached storage, where these referenced architectures are using the P2000 storage arrays and things like that that are giving them higher I/O capabilities, so that brings them up a notch. So you're definitely targeting a little bit larger businesses with these referenced architectures.
Right. It's worth pointing out, these reference architectures, they're DIY compared to a smart bundle. So you purchase the hardware, and you have to purchase the hardware, and you may have an enterprise agreement already for Windows Server 2012. As you said, they're the best practices, they're the recommended configurations, but you'll actually be the ones buying the hardware and implementing the architecture. You may already have these servers in your environment and you want to configure it. It's a great way to get into the way you should step into private cloud computing is by dipping a toe in the water. Building yourself a test environment first, and then starting to put some of your non-essential workloads into it. And the reference architecture gives you a step-by-step process on how you can do that for companies that don't necessarily want to buy the solution already shrink-wrapped. So
that's a great point, and they're a good jump start to getting into the private cloud quickly. And one thing that we should point out: referenced architectures, they're a guideline. They are not they're not fixed. They're not set in stone. You can customize these if you like. If you want bigger processors, you want a different storage array, whatever, you can do that. So the referenced architectures are a guide, and they'll get you on the right path, but they are not the end-all be-all. So you can customize these as you see fit.
Right. Well, thank you, Mike. Appreciate your time, and I will see you next time.
Okay.